Merry PodFESt and happy Ponchakicha. I'm Santa Brad, and I already have a gift for you. You've got candy canes and bells on your tables, and you're going to need them because this is the merriest day of podcasts from Santa Claus Says. Santa Claus says to be good. When you see that slide come up, I say Santa Claus says, and you say be good. Try it again. Santa Claus says, be good. And you ring the bells on your table. That's what we do to have some fun here with that. I am Santa's pod man, Brad Miller. Been podcasting since 2012. And I've been doing Santa Claus Says podcasts since 2022. 4 seasons, 122 episodes. We've reached 20,000 downloads, reaching 36 countries. My big why is that in 2022, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was kind of a Grinch, and I had to change that around. My granddaughters looked at me and said, hey, you're like Santa Claus, so I became Santa Claus with a podcast for me. Why does anybody do a podcast? There's 3 reasons. They want to have fun, they want to have a message to bear, and they want to build a business. What Santa Claus Says, I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to have a short-term podcast here. So Santa Claus says, be good. You know, Santa Claus, when does Santa Claus take a break? He does a Santa pause. And so that's what we do. We have some fun together doing this. The idea here is to have a short-term, limited edition podcast. I did 29 episodes in a row from Thanksgiving Day to Christmas Day with the theme of to be good, for goodness sakes. We had elf visits, we had letters to Santa, we had great fun with adventure stories. So what we're talking about here now is the Santa method to create your holiday-themed short-term podcast based on fun, a message, and to build a business on the Santa theme. The S is to see the need. We know there's a lot of Grinches out there, right? That's meanness overall. Loneliness, meanness, there's a lot of that going on. It's the Grinch that's going to mess up people's lives. It's there. The response to the S is the A, to take action. I created a podcast to give a good message, to be good, and all the themes of Christmas. We had a daily theme of a positive message during the Christmas time on our Santa Claus Says podcast. That was the A. The N was to claim the name. Santa Claus is the best-known brand name there is. It's all about know, like, and trust. Coca-Cola was built on the Santa Claus theme. And so the brand matters. So claim it with whatever holiday or theme that you have. Remember, Santa Claus says to be good. That's our theme. You know, Santa's favorite music, rap music. Did you know that? So Santa Claus says to be good here, and we're ringing the bells, and we think strategically is the T in Santa. You know, for Buddy, the elf from the Elf movie, he was a big fan of Santa Claus, right? You need to be a big fan of the people who tune into your podcast. That's with live streams, that's your email list. I had a fan list, other things, a coloring book, and they didn't have a holiday season around whatever holiday it is. Right now, we are in the ML King holiday weekend right now. So you can build your podcast on Valentine's Day, Easter, Memorial Day, all those things, themes of those seasons, and to build a business strategy. It can be on a Fiverr gig, it could be all kinds of affiliate marketing, TikTok shops, all kinds of things. My friend on the slide there, he makes enough money in December to fund his life for the entire year playing Santa Claus. The A in Santa is to apply the magic. That's a picture of me when I was about 6 years old on Santa's lap there with my 2 sisters. And it's about connection, care, magnify the magic of this time. And that comes into fruition when people write you back. Lola wrote me a letter as Santa Claus where she says, I believe in Santa and the magic of Santa, and I want to share the magic to people in my life. And I'm going to do that when I get older. It warmed my heart. So this is the Santa, S-A-N-T-A, holiday strategy. To have fun, that's what we're doing here, to have a message to share, to be good, and you can build a business around this as well. And that's what I can be helpful to do. I'm Santa Claus Says, and I want you to get on my nice list for fun, build a message, and to build a business. I'm Santa Claus Says. Remember that this is the merriest time of year, so merry PodFESt and happy Ponchakicha. And remember, Santa Claus says to be good. Ho, ho, ho!